St. Louis. You are listening to Ground Zero. So a quantum apocalypse is really no different than the apocalypse we've talked about from the Bible, only that it will be a magical, supernatural apocalypse. And it'll be, like I say, a mind-blowing experience, just like what John saw when he was having all that revealed to him on the island of Patmos when he was writing the book of the Apocalypse, the book of Revelation. And all the things that he saw are the things that we see now. And it's coincidental. Some people say, well, things happen in cycles, and they do. But we've entered an age where we discuss, and this is odd because I grew up in an America that was different, but we are discussing that there can be no freedom of speech, no freedom of expression or thoughts. We have become a nation of snowflakes, snitches, and book burners. We become litigious, intolerant, elitist, squealing bystander nation that's eager to report fellow citizens to the police for the slightest offense. We have allowed our fears, our fear of safety, our fear of each other, fear of being labeled racist or hateful or prejudiced, fear of an apocalyptic crescendo to trump our freedom. And death has been a great motivator. So says Klaus Schwab. So says those who want to start this great reset. So says Joe Biden. And the reason why death is a great motivator, because the media made you pay attention to your own demise with COVID-19. And now the timer has been set. And with all of the experiments they're doing with genetics and transhuman goals, a quantum apocalypse is now looming over us more so than it used to. You take a look at what the future holds for all of us. Google Home has updated its features to allow users in Google to remotely control smart internet-enabled devices such as lights, switches, thermostats, security cameras, washers, dryers, vacuums, and more. 5G. Well, they tell us 5G is for the machines and not for humans, and yet it's what's going to fuel the future. Quantum computers, 5G, electric cars. Think about it. That's the future that's going to be beefing up and firing up those particle accelerators that make the unstable God particles that will trigger the quantum apocalypse. Playing hob with the magnetic field, playing hob with the core of the planet. This is what we see. It's the beginning of the quantum apocalypse. It's the beginning of using that ultimate power. The ultimate power, whether it be the power of God or the power of what the planet perceives or what it gives us. And studies are showing that the rapid explosion of all of this tech is making people unhappy. We see that mental health, especially in teens, is going down. Suicide rates among the 13 to 18-year-olds are skyrocketing now. Police are becoming more weaponized. They're becoming more militarized. Science is getting scary. We're humanizing mice. We're using organs taken from fetal tissue. Genetic engineers are creating an entire synthetic DNA genome. It's watermarked with encoded links and hidden messages. The FDA approved the first digital pill embedded with sensors to monitor patients' intake. And DARPA, well, they funded research towards the creation of a genetic extinction technology that could be used to eradicate or alter entire populations. The government is waging a war on cash. They want to roll out the Fed coin. They want to roll out the cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency commercials seen all over the Super Bowl. And the deep state has not disappeared. The deep state's still around. The military-industrial complex is ruling our country right now, not the President of the United States. The representative government that we have has been overthrown. And who's overthrown? Well, profit-driven, militaristic corporate states bent on total control and global domination through the imposition of martial law. And that is our future. The power to change things for the better rests with us, but we got to be aware of how the quantum apocalypse is going to affect us. And like I say, it's going to be a hard sell. And at this point, all of the things I'm talking about remain theoretical. But it doesn't mean that this speculation doesn't have truth to it. It does. They're using quantum computers. They're creating, Genesis devices. I was talking about in the Star Trek universe, the Genesis device. It was this sophisticated technological innovation that was designed to alleviate sociological problems such as overpopulation and limited food supplies. Well, the device initiated a process of rapid terraforming by which previously uninhabitable planets could be turned into Class M worlds ready for colonization. And this was accomplished by launching this Genesis device. It was kind of like a torpedo. It was like a projectile. They'd fire it into a lifeless planet, and upon impact, this device caused a massive explosion. It reduced the entire area to a subatomic level. Once again, particles, subatomic level. And then a pre-programmed matrix that resembled these subatomic particles went into the desired configuration, creating an atmosphere and an environment that's habitable for humans within a matter of hours. Regardless of the test area's original composition, this is what it created. But its use showed that wherever there was life, it would create death, and whenever there was death, it would construct life. But the life matrix that was created by this Genesis probe or this Genesis project, the life matrix that was created by it was shown to be unstable, and so the planet where the quantum device was used, it became unstable, creating seismic activity and volcanic eruptions. Of course, science triumphs again when there's a Genesis device, but then it becomes a quantum apocalypse device. And we start seeing the planet respond to this. And remember that, where Spock ended up on that planet, and there was a Klingon, and there was Kirk's son, and they were on this, what'd she say, can I cook or what? She created this beautiful Eden. And then it became unstable. The particles became unstable because it like anything where you're playing God, if something becomes unstable, it destroys. It doesn't. It transfers. That's what a quantum apocalypse is. 503-225-0860. That's 503-225-0860.